And we back, baby. Sir William L.
The Sartorial King.
And this is
Caviar Conversation.
Caviar for breakfast, champagne, 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 bubble bath.
Sartorial King, what's up, Playboy?
It's party time.
Oh, yeah, it's
party time. Having a party.
Come on.
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee. Shout out to Tracy Lee. That was a banger, dog.
Yeah, it was a throwback.
Man, every time I got on the elevator, I always thought of that song because you remember the video they was getting on the elevator to go to the penthouse to go to the party.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tracy Lee. He had a joint.
I wonder what he's doing now.
Every hole in my fruit knows. Nobody get it down.
What happens to these rappers after they've had their time in the sun? Like, what's the retirement for rappers? We're not talking about the guys that have evolved like Jay and Diddy and these guys that have become moguls, but those one-hit wonders, where do they go?
Yo, I don't know. Like, can you get a regular job after like you done had like a hit? It's kind of hard to see like a PD Pablo working that shop right, dog. After I done had my t-shirt in the air and I'm PD Pablo turned up and I go and cash out at shot right and PD Pablo bagging my shit up. I can't see PD Pablo.
He said bagging it up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like what about he was hot at one moment. Jaquan.
I heard he got kidnapped at one point, right?
Wow. I'm talking about Jaquan that was signed to Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri, right.
Oh, I didn't know he got kidnapped.
I heard he got kidnapped and they threw him in a trunk or some old crazy shit like that happened.
That's crazy.
Like what about the kid? What's his name? He just got a Hurricane Chris. Heard he caught a body.
Oh man, yeah. I mean that's cool, but that wasn't my. It was a hit on the. What was that? Hey baby.
Hey baby.
Hey baby. No, I'm gonna take it back. I guarantee you, people ain't gonna know this. A+.
Yo, I don't remember the song, but the name definitely, you know.
A+, because it was him and Shaheem. The young
from Wu-Tang?
Yes.
Damn, dog. Shaheem had that joint. What's the little Jamaican boy?
Jamaican boy.
The little young boy. Freak, I got a freak. Freak, I got a freak.
I don't know.
I forgot the boy's name. Little Vicious.
Oh, I don't even know.
You don't remember that, John? Shaheem Little Vicious?
Nah. Hold on. I'm gonna give you something else. Did you know that Shaheem was supposed to be Memphis Bleak?
Like what? Jay-Z? Memphis
yes.
Bleak?
Jay-Z wanted to sign Shaheem before Memphis Bleak.
I'm so glad he didn't.
So what happened? Of course, everybody knows like Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak lived in the same building, and their parents knew one another. Of course, Memphis Bleak is younger, but Memphis Bleak didn't have any get up and go at the time. He let Memphis be on In My Lifetime, not In My Lifetime. What's his very first?
Was it Coming to Age?
Coming to Age.
Yeah.
And he said, he got a little bit of bread off of that. They went and performed it, and he thought he was the man in the hood and just fell back. And Jay was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, we got to go get this bread. And he had to come and like grab him up out of his.
Like had to snatch him up by the collar type.
Yeah, like let's go. But he was about, if that didn't happen, he was about to sign Shaheem.
Yo, I'm so glad he didn't. Yo, Memphis Bleak first, John.
Hold on.
Bleak is.
First of all, I had this argument all the time when people were like, I ain't read this. I'm like, yo, that joint was tough.
Yo, that was like one of Swiss Beats' first joints. Bleak is. I'm an MP.
He said, "Yo, I'm just a regular cat." Yo, that whole album was tough, but you know, of course, our hip hop enthusiast that we had on last week, he would argue with that.
Shout out to Carter.
He was like, "What has he done lately?"
True, but you know, I had a homegirl when I was growing up named Jetty. Shout out to my homie Jetty. She was in love with Memphis Bleak, dog. Like Memphis Bleak was like her Puff Daddy now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she loved
in high school, that girls was definitely on him in high school.
Man, Bleak is money over shot, call a blunt, smoke a high, roll a burn.
Never took the fitted off. Ever.
Yeah. Always kept the do-rag on. That was
he still wears the fitted and the do-rag the same way he did years ago.
That's because Bleak got a big ass head.
Yeah. Oh. That's my problem, you know, with people. Like, we don't evolve with the times. Like I love AI. You already know. AI, our guy. He
like in a time warp though.
But he's still dressed like it's 2001. Like
in a time warp, man.
Like Cassidy. Same thing.
Yeah.
Just saying. So if you had to, if you was a rapper, what would your rap name be?
Man, my rap name?
Yeah.
Excuse me. That's a good question, man. I don't know. Oh, you go first.
Man, I was waiting for you first.
I try to pass the ball.
I don't know. I don't even know what type of rapper I would be. I don't know if I would be like, you got to start looking into your personality.
Yeah.
So, I like fly stuff. So
yeah,
definitely would be part of that. Would I be a conscious rapper? I don't know. I don't think so.
You wouldn't be on that common lane.
No, I would be more so I'll probably be just talking about some next level type stuff. I wouldn't do the conscious, like I wouldn't be talking about that gun talk at all.
Yeah, me either.
I wouldn't be talking about no bricks, none of that. But
I think for me, I would be like more in that Harlem, Mace, Diddy, Cameron Links. I like the party, and I like the ladies. I like to interact with the ladies. Let me say that. Yes, I think I'll be in that pocket. Like, oh, he coming with some hits, some joints that's gonna make you like, oh, this is my joint in the club. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know I would be I would be bar centered though. I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't be a radio guy.
Oh, you more on like the Benny the Butcher.
I could rap. I would want to be a bar centered guy. I would want to be just.
But let me ask you, do you really need to like rap these days just to be hot? I don't think you really need to know how to like really put, bars together like that no more. I mean, for the hip hop heads, yeah. But if you just try and make a joint that's popping, you try and get some bread, you try and just get rolled, I don't think you really need to know how to rap. You just need to know how to make a record.
Records, hooks, a song, those are. Because there's a lot of people, with the battle rap industry where they can really spit, but they can't make a song.
Yeah. What do you think about the battle rap vibes? Like the whole art, what's it called?
The URL?
Yeah, the TRL.
That sounds like a procedure, man. That sounds like a procedure you get done. I don't know, the URL.
TRL.
I mean, I respect Smack, but at the same time, first of all, them dudes is way too close in your personal space. It's a lot of spitting going on. There's a lot of like your fingers touching my scalp.
A lot of.
Yeah. No, it can get. I know they say this is a part of the sport. No, you getting off some stuff that literally, you was in the street, you ain't gonna be able to do that.
But see, that be my thing though, because it'd be like a lot of. I know like some of those rappers are like real gun bar heavy, but then it's like
that's all they talk about though.
Yeah,
that's all they talk about. Literally, like it's the metaphors of my Mac go, my bars go, all this, man. Listen, Loaded Lux said it best. Let's get the chop in this fable. Yo, Loaded Lux probably had the best thing, period.
That's the boy. He be like, "Hey beloved, is that
Hey
the boy?
beloved, you gonna get this
I
work."
like her. I like her.
Literally, if the guys came more like that and really put themselves into a whole theme, and because he sets the theme, and of course you got to get to know the information behind the scene on the guys, so you can have something to have a one over on them. But I loaded Lux on that one because he came on another level that day with the suit.
Yeah, I like that. I saw that battle.
Yeah,
He's dope. I like him because he hit you with some shit that's kind of like over your head, but you can still get it.
Yeah. No, he's not gonna say that's. He's not gonna say story. Let's get to chopping his fable. Yeah. This
I like when he be like, "Yo, let me work." Let me work. When he's like, "Let me work. Let me work."
Yes.
If he died, he died.
I respect him for that. Of course, Murder Mook. We grew up on Murder Mook.
Yeah, for sure. Murder Mook is definitely like a legend.
All right, so I know we got off. So my rap name would be well, it couldn't be Sartorial King. It couldn't be. Dang. You might have to pull the porno joint. You might have to pull the porno name.
What's your porno name?
Porno names is the rule is if you had a dog, it's the name of your dog in the street you grew up on.
What? So it could be, so if my dog name is Skippy Ogons.
Skippy Ogons. Okay, so for me, I didn't have a dog, but I would name it Jake. My name would be Jake Roslin.
Okay, I like that. That's kind of fly. So dog, if I was a porn star, my porn star name would be Officer Orgasm.
Come on, man.
Is that cheesy?
That's so what? Like, come on. Okay. Man.
It would be. I don't know.
Yeah, that like it's so blatant. Like any of the names that we've heard growing up from whoever's in the industry, whatever, it wasn't like that deliberate.
Yeah. What's the boy name? And like, if you from the hood, like he showed you how to talk greasy in the bed. The boy, he bald head, dark skin boy, like, yeah, shut up. Yeah.
I don't know, but you know what? I got a homie. Well, I ain't gonna put him out there like that. I got a homie that know all those names. I'll be like, yo, why do you say the same way I know actors and musicians and people like, why do you know the names of
the porn stars?
He know the names like, yeah, that's such and such. I'm like, yo, what kind of issues you got, bro?
Still.
You know all the names, yo. He's like, yeah.
Marcus.
He came out in '89.
Oh no, I don't know all that. Yo.
Whoa.
He got a Rolodex of porn stars.
Yeah, nah. And we were just talking about the other day. I was talking about with some people like the times have changed, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had my grandfather. Everybody had a grandfather that had a couple magazines or whatever, and it was a stretch. You had to like go far above beyond to go see a picture of a woman. Now these kids are just like pulling up stuff on their phone. And
man.
I'm gonna be honest, for real, it desensitizes the minds of our kids, man. I'm being for real, especially with working with kids. I want people to really know this. On a serious note, this has affected a lot of the relationships our young generation coming in because they think the societal reasons of how it should be in their relationships, how their girl should perform sexual acts, how she should look, everything. Back in the day, if you think about it, the girl off the block, if she at least had her hair done and she was clean and, just cute, you was good. You didn't care about her backside. You didn't care if she was, I'm talking about young on the street. No. All
right.
Stop.
Before go up live.
No. When high school was when you started having your personal view of what you like.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
You know, maybe middle school, but you know, in elementary, it was just like if the girl was cute and you just wanted to be near, but you didn't have that vision. Now you have these younger kids really thinking about that stuff now. And then when they actually, because they having sex earlier than ever, they expected it to be like what they see on in porn or whatever.
Yeah, they expected it to be that intense.
Yeah, it's a real. People don't think that it's not an addiction, but it's a real addiction, and people gotta understand it can desensitize older people as well. But just to say for kids, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, because it's so accessible now. Like, it went from trying to figure out what a leg and an arm was on that TV when the static would come on. You know what I mean? You hit it with the click, 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 click. You trying to figure it out to having those channels on cable. You know what I mean? On premium channels, those adult channels, to the DVDs, to the magazines, to all of that VHS. Now it's like you can just punch in a website and it come right up, or you can subscribe to somebody OnlyFans. You know what I mean? So I mean, not nobody, but it's just it's more accessible now.
More accessible. Do you think women had like that same thing that young men had when they were growing up? Like, do you think they wanted to see the male anatomy and it was like, or you think they were just Gucci until it was time for them?
I mean, back when we was coming up, no, but see, now times are changed. Like, women have more power too, so you have more women that are more aggressive about it now too. Like, we have women that are like, yo, I want to see the package before I buy it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it, you know what I mean? Because it cuts a lot of bullshit out, personally. I mean, I love it though, man, because women having power is good, because I always thought that women were more, and women have told me this, that they're more sexually prone than men, and they're more, horny than men too, but it's just they're more discreet about it. But once you get a woman to the point where she's super comfortable with you, you might get a whole different woman than you expected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just because times are changing now. Women are like more assertive. They like, yo, some women ain't trying to wait. I was having this conversation, I think it was I had this conversation with you, but some of my female friends like, yo, you have a lot of women that they like, yo, man, like, I knew I was going to take it there before you knew we was going to take it there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I appreciate it.
At the end of the day, it's her decision anyway.
Right. Facts. They definitely dictate.
If you could go back in time, to talk to your teenage self, what would you say?
To talk to my teenage self, I would tell my teenage self, have more confidence. It's okay to be different.
Yeah.
And just go for it. I mean, I still tell myself that at this age of my life, like, just go for it. But yeah, I would tell myself that.
I mean, it was real for me as a young boy coming up. I'm 6'3", and that wasn't the coolest thing in elementary school.
To be tall.
I was called Okie. I was called big everything. The short dudes that ran fast. I ain't even gonna hold you. I used to want to be short at one point in time in like 4th grade. I was like, damn, why I gotta be this tall? Not understanding. And I think it was 5th grade. And I remember this girl, she was from Opal Projects. And I forget her name, but she was grown for 5th grade. I don't know, she must have got left back because she was developed like something crazy. But like, literally, she didn't want to dance with me at the little 5th grade dance.
What?
I was tight. Well,
you tall?
I was tall because I was tall.
Damn.
And she was like, nah. And I'm sitting on the side, like, I went home and I'm just being real transparent. I went home, was like telling my mom, man, you know, I ain't going to none of the parties no more, man. They don't want to dance. My mom said, trust and believe, you will eat your words. She said, you'll be all right. Just, of course, you ain't trying to hear none of that right then.
Yeah.
The high school hit.
It's old.
It's over. You know.
Yo, you know what? Women like, and I'm 5'11", so I'm not the shortest dude. I mean, I'm not 6'3" or 6'2".
You at that height where you can still.
I can still pass.
You can still pass. You can still get a girl. It's like below that.
Yeah, I had a homie, man. I had a homie. His name is Jermaine. Shout out to Jermaine if he ever sees this or listens in. I had a homie in middle school named Jermaine, and main man was so short, dog. And he was kind of like on a little chubby side too. But
yeah,
I know it was difficult for him because it was.
I mean, for me, it was. I also look like, because I'm tall, I always look like a bully a little bit, right? And like I'm the only one that's playing basketball in elementary school that's tall. So I'm horsing crazy. But then I remember my sister and I had this babysitter, you know, because my mom was at work, so we always had to go to this babysitter between.
Shout out to the babysitters in the world.
Shout out, for real. And I think a lot of the cultivation of who I am, and maybe definitely for who my sister is as well, was from this babysitter, because they had way too many kids in this. I think it was illegal. Real. If we really want to go back, I don't think they had a license, but let's just be real.
Okay.
Everybody in the hood trusted their child with this woman.
Yeah.
And it was this one young boy named Truman. And I'm telling you right now, he was a dick, dog. Like, he just kept like messing with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Tired of him. And they had an empty garage.
Oh, you put them hands on him?
What? Literally. And this is where I really found out, like, oh, okay, like, you know, you guys,
the size thing can work.
Yeah, this size thing is all right. But I don't know where Truman is now, you know, but at the end of the day, that right there showed me, like, okay, I'm gonna use my drink for good. Like, I'm not gonna let somebody bully, because he was bullying everybody.
You know what's so crazy? I hated bullies, man. I remember in middle school, like, this kid I was all right with, like, we went through elementary, so it used to be like, oh, that's my cousin. We wasn't really related. Boy, come to find out, boy was a whole nutcase. And I got transferred to a different house, because I went to the middle school and it wasn't like chartered. It was like house 1, house 2, house 3.
Yeah. Was that everywhere?
I think so.
In every middle school, because that's a common term. What house was you a part of?
Yeah, I was in house 2 at Wagner. Shout out to house 2, Mr. Herbert. Showed the real one how to do taxes at an early age. So anyway,
he was getting you ready, yo.
He was getting me ready for the real world. He probably big stepping right now if he's still alive. But
Mr. Herbert, that sounds so familiar.
Mr. Herbert, Mr. Herbert was like a fat white guy. He used to rock a ponytail with a baldy in the middle, and he wore glasses. But Mr. Herbert kept it so real. And you know what's so crazy? You appreciate those teachers as you get older. You know what I mean? You be like, damn, like, it's super fun. But anyway, so this kid I came up with, he was getting bullied or whatever. And me trying to be a good friend, when I got transferred to his class, I was like, yo, leave him alone. And the boy that was bullying was like, what? I was like, yo, you heard me. Leave him alone. Mm-hmm. So as we're letting out of school, and I'm walking home, and I just turn around and see all these kids following me, and it don't click in my head that they following me. So I'm walking and walking. I'm like, what? So I see a basketball fly past my head. Still not clicking. Like, where'd that come from? So next thing I know, I turn around. It's like all these kids behind me, and it's the bully that was bullying the ball. So he was like, oh, ball one step pop out. I'm a check him. He wanted to see if I was really with the action. So I ain't never been scared.
Mm-hmm.
So he stepped to me. So we start fighting, and then they try to jump me. Him and his people, his homie or whoever boy was, trying to jump me. So, and you know what's so crazy about it, Rob? This is why it's so good to grow up and have good relationships. Because this other kid named Simone, I grew up with, he kind of like, he told me, he was like, yo, man, go home. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? He's like, yo, go home. I got you. And, they done jumped me or whatever, or attempted to jump me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I'm like still trying to, stand my ground. And to make a long story short, this girl I knew on my block, she walked me home, and the boy, fought for me, whatever. And then one of my other homies, he beat the other boy up the next day, whatever. But it's just so funny because the boy was a bully. And when I used to go to the basketball tournaments you remember Morris's State?
Morris's State, yeah.
I used to go up there because that joint used to be jumping back in the day. It was lit. It was Morris's State was our version of what's that joint in New York everybody go to?
Oh, let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy now.
You don't think it was like that?
Let's not get like what?
Not the Rucker. What's the other joint?
Dykeman. Nah, I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
I have to kick all those down to like North Philly, like
Susquehanna,
Panatti. I got to kick it down there.
Okay,
yeah. Right. Morris State maybe, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, you're right. So boom, I would see bull up there. But the thing about bullies is you just gotta check them one good time.
Oh yeah, that's it.
And then they respect you after that. That's it.
And that's word to anybody that's watching this.
That's word to anybody.
Check them right then and there.
And that's on me. That ain't on God. That's on me. That's on me, not on God.
And that's anything in life. Just step through.
Sometimes you guys you gotta hit it head on. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know what, dog? We almost 40. I'm not gonna keep saying pause every time. Either you get it or you don't get it. I'm a grown ass man. You ain't gonna dictate how I talk. You know what I mean?
Listen,
I ain't pausing nothing.
This pause culture is out of here. But
isn't it crazy?
It's funny though. It's funny.
They got us saying no cap now. Like, you lying. No cap is simply you're lying.
Yeah, no cap.
No cap, you're lying. Real. I'm going back to you're lying.
No, I mean, in the neighborhood, there was this young boy named Anthony.
Okay.
Hold on. Do you remember Crazy Anthony?
You got.
You remember Crazy Anthony?
You gotta break it down. Unpack that. Unpack Crazy Anthony.
Oh man, yo, listen. Crazy Anthony was he was definitely on the spectrum.
Okay.
What he was dealing with, but he had the whole neighborhood scared out of their mind. He used to skip everywhere. No, I'm not saying this.
I think I know.
I'm for real.
Though.
Like, I'm
dead serious. From the same hood, so I think I know.
Yeah, anybody that lived in that vicinity, he had an afro. He wore
headphones.
Yes.
Yes. Brown skip, kind of skinny.
He used to skip.
Yes.
You know what?
Oh.
I realized he never had those headphones plugged in ever.
And he had a cassette tape.
Yes.
Oh, dog, I know you talking about.
So I was in elementary again at that time, and we were having recess. He would skip through the yard with the joint, and he would send the kids crazy. Like, they be like, "Oh my God, it's Crazy Anthony! Oh my God!" I'm like, he probably wasn't bothering nobody, but of course, it was a myth about he murdered 3 people, and
for real.
If he did, would he really be skipping through the yard? Come on.
I mean, if he was on the spectrum.
But I'm saying, at 4th, 5th grade, kids just lying.
That's true.
They just heard it from somebody else and added some more to it.
Yeah.
And I was in class, and I'm up on the top floor in my classroom, and I guess I was on timeout or something. and I'm by the window, and it's raining, and he's skipping down the street, and I'm thinking, yo, this dude like looking up at me, and he like points up to the window.
Oh shit! You thought he spotted you?
He spotted me in the window. I'm done. I didn't even want to leave school that day, dog. I swear, when the I'm walking home with the squad. Everybody, where y'all going? Y'all walk the same way? Yeah, we all walk the same way. Cause Crazy Anthony's out here.
Yo, do you remember I don't want to say smoker, but I don't want to say crackhead. I'm just gonna say 2 letters, right? You let me know if you remember. KB.
KB.
You remember a smoker named KB? Dark skin boy. Oh man.
I don't know.
God bless KB. He probably deceased now. KB was crazy, dog.
Oh, where did he hang out at?
He was up normally further up Ogans. But he was around, you remember when the 7-Eleven used to be right off of Stenton? I mean, right off of
Yes.
Ogans.
Yes.
Around there too.
Right across from Mount Airy Church of God in Christ.
Yeah. KB.
Or
Sal. Damn.
Yeah. There's one dude. My grandfather used to work for the Bud Company and then retired. He was also in the Korean War. But also he used to do like little trips to AC for the whole neighborhood.
Oh, okay, nice.
He was a numbers guy too.
Oh, okay.
Younger, he had a burger and malt shop right there at Champlos, not Champlos, at Church Lane in Ogans.
Okay.
It was the Night Winds bar when I was growing up, and then right there now, who knows what it is now? But when I was growing up, it was like you saw guys knocking on the door. They go, numbers, whatever, leave. So some dude in the neighborhood broke into my crib.
What?
And stole. We was the first one on the block with a microwave when microwaves first came out.
Oh shit!
So they broke into the basement and went in our kitchen, took the microwave, and the guy tried to sell it on the strip like the next couple days.
Like your grandpa wasn't gonna see him.
There you go. I ain't never see that guy again.
Think your grandpa got him out of here?
I ain't never see that guy again. That's what I'm just saying. I never saw that guy again. And he's regular. The guy used to walk in and out of barbershops, everything. He used to walk through the corner store. Everything. So when I ain't see him no more, I was like,
damn, Pops got him out of here.
Maybe. My grandpa wasn't no joke. Like,
yeah.
He put a gun to my pop's temple. So that lets you know right there he ain't playing.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. So who was like the most influential person to you growing up?
Definitely my mom, for sure.
Yeah.
A hustler. Mom had 2 jobs. Mom had 2 kids. Would still come home, make sure that we ate, make sure that we got the homework done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I remember my mom would be like, yo, karate chop my legs for me and shit. Remember that back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
You're like, yo, come up here and like karate chop my legs.
She was tired.
Yeah, she was tired. So my mom. Shout out to Miss Faith.
Oh man.
Mom still
feel bad
too.
For not saying my mom. Dang.
Who you say?
I said you would make me feel bad for not saying my mom. My mom is definitely.
Yeah, she up there for sure.
But I have to definitely be real. Like maybe for my sister, it might be that.
Yeah.
For me, it was because it was like male camaraderie. So it would be my older cousin.
Okay.
I was his best man at his wedding.
Nice.
And he was just the coolest thing to me when I was younger, man. Like he got me like my first pair of Jordans. You know,
yeah.
He had the chains. I mean, I'm talking about legally. He had.
Yeah.
He wasn't in the streets. He was working, like working all the time, hustling, and not hustling on the street. I just want to really let that be known. He was working at a bank. He was getting night jobs.
You can get money and get fly and do it in
Yeah. But I mean, again, from where we was coming from, you didn't know anybody that was getting a check,
legally. I got you. Yeah.
And he had, when Subarus was hot, he had the Subaru joints. He had the chains. He had the polos. We was going down. He the one that put me onto the net. All of that stuff.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
So I was just like, yo, what you do? What you do for a living? Data entry. That's all I was. I wanted to do data entry, which definitely don't want to do that now. But at the time, I was like, oh, you getting paid like that? First contract I ever seen in my life that said 100,000 on it.
He was getting.
He was doing his thing. Owned his home. So that to me was more so like, yo, because I didn't have a big brother.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. He lives in Maryland, right outside of DC.
Y'all still talk like that?
Yeah, well, he traveled a lot. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay. Damn, he's still stepping it up.
But it's my family, so we always, but at the same time, when I was living in Philly, that was like, took me to those stomping clay parties when I wasn't even supposed to be in there. All those things.
You know what's so crazy, Rob? Like a lot of my family, was in the streets or whatever. So I was kind of like used to how that lifestyle was somewhat. Never was my thing. I just was, blessed to be around super thorough street boys at that. But do you remember when the street boys used to throw trips to like bus trips to AC and them type of vibes, man? They pay everybody way just to get to the front. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember that. Man. Well, I mean, that was my grandfather.
Yeah.
I was too young to go, but I was.
Yeah, me too. But I would see it though.
The little cheese bags that they give food on the ride.
Man, I remember seeing the Peter Pans pull up at the playground, and I'm like, dang, it's a lot of chicks out here, man. As a kid, I'm like, it's a lot of women out here.
Yep. Yeah. There was a dude on my block. His name was Zaki. Who knows what Zaki is now? But this dude would never wear. He was like Ja Rule before Ja Rule.
Okay.
He would never wear a shirt. He would always wear jeans. His pants would always be falling. He always just walk the street with no shirt on. And he had a crush on my sister. So he would, look me out around the neighborhood because he always wanted to get with my sister. My sister was like nowhere ever going to mess with him, ever. So he would just come up to my sister like, yo, you're my future. Like, and she's like,
real confident.
She's like, oh, okay, all right. You don't even go to school. And he would just come walk up and down the block. And one day I was like, yo, what you doing out here? Man, I'm just trying to make it, bro. And it's crazy, like the lineage, because his uncle was one of the OGs on our block that would always let us know what it is. And he grew up on the street, like under my grandmother and all those other people. So I was like, this is now our generation, and he was just getting lost. Like,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
There was this dude. This dude name was Maul, and I didn't really know him, but like on my mom block, the block. So my mom lived on Ogon, so it was another little block, like a little side block. But this side block had all the chicks. It had all the chicks. And he would always pull up on this block. And as a kid, I ain't really peep it, but he would always have a different joint. And I remember one time, he was like, yo, can you watch my car for me real quick? I'm like, all right, like I'm playing on the step. I'm like, all right, like whatever, like, you know what I mean? Car right there, like why can't you just watch it? But whatever. So he comes back, he's like, yo, good looking, what's your name? Or whatever. I was like, whatever they called me in the neighborhood. It's like, all right, bet. And every day after that, I seen him, he'll be like, yo, you good? Like, you straight? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. He's like, all right, man, let me know if you need something. I was like, who is this boy? Like, you know what I mean? But it was just different because the old heads back then when we was kids, it was just a different type of thoroughness. Like, you know what I mean? They was doing whatever they was doing.
Yeah.
Did it in a real thorough way though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I never forget.
And not disrespectful to the
Yeah. It was
the neighborhood.
Yeah.
They were like, yes, man. Yeah, you know, now it's like
young boys is wild. You know what I mean? So it's just funny how, like, I guess it's just times have changed so much.
My grandmother, who has passed on to be with the Lord, she was the nosiest woman ever, right? And so whenever something was going down on the block, she would peel the curtain back and look out.
Mm-hmm.
This one time she comes out the house on the steps because she hears too much commotion. It's like you hear all this bickering and fighting at that same house that the boy Zaki lives at, same house down the block. So next thing you know, 5 cars come in back to back in the block. And I mean, they parked up fast. Like, I've never seen whip game like this ever in my life. They all hop out, dude pops the trunk, bats, guns, boom, 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 right running down the street. Here go my grandmother in her gown. They shooting! and she running it out. I'm like, girl, you shouldn't have been out there anyway.
Yeah, grandma, this one you gotta mind your business.
This one you gotta mind your business. So you hear that, you hear them letting off down the street.
Wow.
They come back down because somebody's called the police. Police come from the opposite side of the street, and my street was one way. They came from 19th Street. Went down my block. These guys got back in their cars and reversed with nobody smacking out nobody car to Ogons. Out into Ogons Avenue. Anybody could have got their car dealt with like crazy right there. I've never seen it. Was like Fast and Furious in like real time. I've never seen it.
That's crazy.
Yo, and you remember where Another Level is?
Yeah.
So, you remember when there was a Jamaican store?
Vaguely.
It was back in the day, actually, it was an ice cream store.
Okay, yeah.
It was an ice cream store. The woman who owned it was like, yo, the neighborhood's changing. I gotta go.
I'm out.
People ain't coming to get ice cream no more. And then the people that are coming in to get ice cream, it ain't,
You talking about on the corner.
On the corner.
On the corner, yeah.
Yes.
It was an ice cream shop,
it was
right?
An ice cream shop.
And now they like wash cars or some shit across the street at the barbershop. Yeah.
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 So
damn.
This joint was a Jamaican corner store, and they was selling, dimes, nickel bags, whatever.
Yeah.
So one night, we're in the kitchen, and my kitchen could see to that store across the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And all you hear is all this arguing, and these guys are fighting. So my mom was on it. She was like, turn out the light. She turned out the kitchen light, because you don't have that one light looking out the window like.
That's what they used to do.
So turn out the light. They beating the dude with a bat on the corner, and they pick him up and throw him in the trunk, and they stuffing him in the trunk. Dog, I'm watching this with my own eyes, and they trying to go in on him. They put the trunk down. They in the car to pull off. The dude pops the trunk up, comes out. They put the car in reverse and back up over him. Reverse, back up over him. He don't die. Will, this is blowing my mind. Not only that, since that, they get out the car because he ain't dying. They get out, go in the trunk, get the Uzis, spray him. Right there. Does he die?
He had to.
The owner of Another Level, when Another Level was right next door to there, that's how they moved next door.
Mm-hmm.
Guy was in there cutting hair late.
Mm-hmm.
Got out, got his bike, and put the guy on his bike and took him to the hospital. The guy lived, bruh.
That's a crazy story.
No, but as a
kid,
yeah, that was crazy to see somebody get beat with a bat, ran over, and shot with a Uzi, and still like.
That's like a Scorsese movie.
Yo, man, I sometimes when my sister and I talk about that, we were like, that was a crazy night, man. I was like,
I could believe it.
No kid shit. I know people have seen violence everywhere, but like It's different when you just a continual thing.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So like right now, in terms of the times, changing, the youth are different. Like let's just have some fun with it because we got some serious things we're going to get into in the next few weeks. We got a lot of guests, so won't be us just kicking it like this. We're going to have a third parties in the few coming weeks. If you had to pick a celebrity to be your best friend, this sounds so crazy, guys. I know, but like if you had to pick a celebrity to be your best friend and you was hanging with him, who would you pick? Excuse me, who would you pick?
You know what? Originally, I was gonna say Jay or Puff. I'm gonna go with Ross. I'm gonna go with Rick Ross. I mean, because for one, Ross definitely be about his business. Mm-hmm. For two, it's always gonna be something to do. Okay. And for three, it's kind of like, oh, you can give me game. Now, my second person, believe it or not, would be T-Pain. Because T-Pain looks like he is a blast to hang out with, dog.
T-Pain? Where did that come from, Will?
If you ever look at T-Pain looks like he just enjoys life, dog. Like he just has a good time. He don't really trip. He don't stress out.
Well, he got to. He was stressed already when he lost all that money.
I don't think T-Pain broke, though.
No, he's not broke. But he definitely did say
he lost some bread, but shit.
Lost bread.
Yeah, he lost some money, but I think that just like on some like that's like my homie shit, I would go with T-Pain because T-Pain.
Okay.
Like when you out with T-Pain, like you're gonna have fun. The chicks is gonna come around because it's T-Pain. You gonna get into the sections or whatever. Like you just gonna have a good time. And he seemed like he just like a cool person to talk to. Mm-hmm. Like fuck all the outside having fun. Like yo, what you doing? Like what's up? Like what's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I see. I'm big on like energy.
Yeah.
I'm big on energy. And he got a good vibration.
Okay. You brought that back from the grave. All right.
I did. I thought about that just now as I said it. Like, damn, that was a throwback.
You brought that back from the grave. All right, so I'm gonna give you three because you
gonna have three best friends?
Yeah, two. I'm gonna give you three that I would. No, not three best friends. It was three people that I would.
Okay. I'm with you.
So, and I'm gonna be diverse with it, just
right.
Because I know that there's different vibes with me. So, one. My one female would be Tracy Ellis Ross.
Okay, I can see that. I see you like older women, huh?
I do.
Like them cougars.
Everybody just let y'all know.
if
you young with a vision, we good. But I'm just saying. No, but outside of that, I think she just has a great sense of humor.
I can see that.
Judging by her IG, and definitely throws it on like nobody's business. Like her dress game is crazy. Mm-hmm. She could throw on a sweatsuit to a gown, and so I would take her. Who else? Fun. Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn? Really?
Bro, he's hilarious. He's hysterical.
Wow,
Vince Vaughn is my T-Pain.
What?
It's my T-Pain.
Okay, to each his own.
All right. And last one, just to balance it out. It'd be J. Cole.
Why J. Cole?
Because the album's out now.
Okay, all right.
Now, I think I get the vibe that he's above the petty bull.
Okay.
And like just on some what is it, the brass tacks of it, like, or not too busy to actually hang and do something versus, we just going and going and going. Like, are you stopping to enjoy the life that you had?
I got it.
So I would, those are my three. But Tracy Ellis Ross, definitely.
I like the Tracy Ellis Ross pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
It's the last season of Blackish.
I heard.
Last season, man. It's a good run.
Oh, what?
Good run.
How many seasons was it? Like 8?
This 7. This is about to be 8, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Well, they got Blackish,
Grownish. Mixish. Kenya Barris is getting it out here, bro.
Balling. I don't really know how I felt about his show on Netflix.
Whoa.
I liked it.
I liked it, bro.
I like the retrospect, like black people with money don't act a certain way that black people with money don't act. I kind of like that contrast. Like, you expect us to act like this because we're black.
Yeah.
I like it.
What was funny for me was more so, it was the first show that I had seen, of course it's Netflix, that the kids were cursing.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, you heard in my household, that wasn't even, you get socked in the jaw.
My mom still checked me if I curse in her house.
Yo, so yeah, that show, and I just peeped the Upshaws with Mike Epps, which I feel
it's funny. It's very realistic.
Very realistic, and it came in the proper time because that Jamie Foxx joint is ass.
And I was so hyped. That's a whole nother conversation because we could go on hours about that.
And I'm just to be real with you, I thought before I even watched anything, I thought it was going to be something because Bentley Kyle Evans, who was, if anybody knows, was one of the creators of Martin and writer.
Right.
And Jamie Foxx show.
Yes, for sure.
So you thought, all right, they might be in their bag again.
Yeah, no, definitely wasn't. Wasn't.
No. I'll say this. I do take out David Allen Greer. I like David Allen Greer.
I love David Allen Greer.
He's hilarious.
He's always been hilarious, though.
They need to give him his own piece, man.
They need to give, what they need to remake, and I think we should talk about this for next show a little bit. But what's one TV show they should bring back? I think they should bring back In Living Color. You don't think so?
Leave it.
I think, or they should bring back Married with Children. That was my shit.
I can see that being done.
Married with Children was my shit.
And Living Color actually was controversial when it came on. They was, come on, man, Men on Film, all that, they was going ham, bro. So imagine now, what is it? What can they really say now that's shocking?
It get canceled. Yeah, it'll probably get canceled because this is like a cancel culture that we live in. So.
Exactly. So that's on like I think they accomplished what they set out to do the first time.
We need to talk next show about people that put their people on, because Keanu Wayans, man, no one has done what he's done.
Jim Carrey, Jennifer Lopez, his whole family.
His whole family, dog.
The whole family, down to the children.
Right. How about that?
Down to the children.
That's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother show.
That's a whole nother. Is it somebody else? Hold on. It's somebody else.
Oh, on Living Color?
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, everybody. You can talk about what's my man name? Barnell Hill.
Tommy Davidson,
dog. Like, people don't give Tommy Davidson
no credit. Listen, he had his time. Was he on drugs or something?
I think he just had a run.
All right, so this is the homework we're gonna give our viewers.
Yeah.
This is the homework. Between now and the next viewing, the next show, you have to go watch Strictly Business.
Strictly Business. Wow.
That's my sister and our favorite movie growing up. Like, Strictly Business, I could watch it.
Strictly Business was a classic. Shout out to Halle Berry. Shout out to Halle
Berry. Was that her first movie?
Huh?
I think that was her first film.
That was her first joint, Strictly Business.
Yeah. Okay. Yo,
Business.
Strictly Business is a classic. Tommy Davidson was great in it. Andre Harrell set the tone for merging music with
and culture. What?
And culture. Then went and did New York Undercover. Like, let's really talk about it. So
talk about it. Next show.
That's everybody's homework. Watch Strictly Business if you have never seen it. Yep. If you have, then you already know why we say it's greatness. It's a hood classic.
I think that's a great way to close out on that high note.
There we go. We going toast. We going to toast. That's definitely toast to. We just had a dope past weekend.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We shot our very first visual.
Yep.
And this will introduce you guys to who we are more so. And we just try to take this to the next level. Again, we were super happy. We had fun doing it. We bet. Shout out to King Espy, who looked us out at the hotel. She was the barista at the hotel.
Yeah.
Shout out to my cousin Josh.
Shout out to Josh.
Yeah, Rebel Films. He was super professional and we had fun with it. And which we are gonna post. Shout out to you, Will, because you multitasked that day. You did a callback.
Yeah, I had a callback for a project, a movie project.
So we had to stop shooting, and he got on Zoom and said, "Yo," and did a whole roll right in front of him. I ain't never seen anything like that before.
Crazy. It was a good time. We can talk.
Yeah, so that's toast to you too, and caviar moments.
Caviar moments. Yes, sir.
So to our viewers and the subscribers and the people that are coming down the road and the pipeline that are hearing about us, please share. Please hit us up to let us know if you want to come on and add to this content.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the moment. This is the time.
Yeah.
Come on. We got love. We got love over here.
Come on. We got nothing but love over here.
Yeah. The air is coming out. Boom. Yeah. Anything you want to say, Will?
Nah, man, I'm good. You hit it all. You said it all.
I did?
Yep.
All right. Blessed one, blessed one. Hold on, just one more thing. My aunt, she used to say, I was like, how you feel, auntie? She was like, I'm blessed by the best. I'm waiting for the rest, and I'm passing all this tests.
Yes, let's go. Let's go.
She killed it.
Yeah, she did.
So to everybody in Caviar Conversation World, we give you love. We hope you have a great week and great vibes, and we can't wait to see you again next week. Same place, same here with my man Sir William Mel. Peace out. Have a good one.
Caviar for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne, y'all for breakfast, champagne.